2nd of April is going to be Stephen Lawrence Day. And, his murder was really shocking. But since that took place, how do you think the police has progressed from there?
Well, I think unfortunately we've seen rollbacks since then. So after Lawrence's death, and bearing in mind, till this day, some of the perpetrators have not been brought to justice. Some have, but some haven't. I'm really proud to be a member of the Society of Black Lawyers, and they were actually the organisation that put together the legal reasoning as to why Stephen Lawrence's murderers could be tried again, which is what ended up with the additional murderers eventually facing some action. But there are still some people at large, and growing up against that backdrop where it was clear that their institutions were racist, and then seeing the Macpherson inquiry, and the Macpherson inquiry looking not just at Stephen's murder, but everything that touched and discuss it. And that's a true way to do a proper inquiry, the way in which the Grenfell inquiry really could have benefited from. And looking at all of our institutions and everything, and, coining the term institutional racism and looking at ways to and coming up with those recommendations, which we actually began to put in place. The problem with equalities in this country is it's always seen as an add-on. So as soon as things got tough, or as soon as things seemed a bit difficult in terms of money, all of those things got washed away. And now we have rolled right back to a position where we've seen a race report which denies the existence of institutional racism at all, which, it is really sad, because I think it's taking us back to before the Macpherson inquiry. And whereas we saw small gains with the change in government and with the change in priorities, we with that report essentially wiping out a good few decades of work into challenging racial injustice in this country.